let's get into our final story, and that is FIFA. Let's talk about some soccer. Let's talk about some football, right? Like, now we talked about it a couple of weeks ago where EA was thinking about changing the name of FIFA and doing something else, right? EA Soccer or something along those lines.
EA Football Club, it'd be EAFC, 2022 or 2023.
But now, and we said, why would they do that? That's crazy. But now we know why. It's because FIFA reportedly wants $1 billion, not $1 million, not $100 million, $1 billion for EA every 4 years to renew the license for the name FIFA. Now, EA, by the way, can afford it because I think they make $1 billion a year just on microtransactions alone.
Well, yeah,
or 1.5 billion, or some crazy number like that, right?
Well, sure. It's $250 million per year if you break it down, right? $250 million per year, or $1 billion in 4 years. That's still a lot of money, though, right? Still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and what it kind of really comes down to, right? So when you look at a sports title that doesn't have a license to it, right? We'll get something like, I don't know, let's go back to 10-Yard Fight on the original Nintendo, right? You just had no-name teams with various colors, and it was a football game, and that was it. And then you get a game like Tecmo, right? Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Super Bowl, right? And then you have the Players Association, and then you have the NFL Association. So you get the logos, you get the team names, and you get the player names, right? And then you get something like John Madden to come along, right? You kind of get a known quantity in the American Football League, at least, who's, had a big presence. He used to be a coach. I think he was a player way back in the day. And then he became an announcer famously, right? And he was, it was him and Pat Summerall, right? And you got John Madden as like the face of the game, and you'd see him be digitized. And then when they got to actually doing announcing, like he was the announcer with Pat Summerall, and like that was kind of cool because it felt like you were in the game, right? And when you like talk about FIFA, FIFA, obviously allows for the brand and the logos and whatnot, and you can do kind of all the World Cup stuff and whatnot. So you get a lot of like branding and theming that you can put on your game, and you can say FIFA 2021 or FIFA 2022. It's the only game with the FIFA license. They don't license it out to anybody else. It's just for EA in this case, right? So You do get a lot of brand recognition. When you walk into a store and you're like, "Hey, I want to get FIFA," right? You don't want to, I want to get the latest football game. I want to get FIFA, right? You just know because that's like FIFA is soccer for video games. Yeah, there's Pro Evolution Soccer, there's Winning 11 Soccer, there's other soccer games, but nothing compares to FIFA. FIFA is the complete package. It essentially has like all of the teams in the entire world, right? It finally added the women's league in there, but it's got all the different stuff. It's got, the World Cup updates when they end up coming around. So you do get a lot with that, right? Could they do it without the FIFA license? I think so. You just take out all of the FIFA branding and all that, because as far as I understand it, all of the football leagues and clubs and whatnot all kind of have to be negotiated separately. Right, so FIFA doesn't own the rights and branding to Manchester City.
It's not like
Man
the
United.
NFL, NBA, or NHL, right?
Well, I guess like the equivalent of NFL or the NFC or the AFC would be like the UEFA, the UEFA, right? I don't know, whatever European association of football or football association, right? And that I think covers like. I think that covers all of the all of the European leagues, right? Or you look at like the Premier League is like all of the English teams and whatnot. So I think it all kind of breaks down into all these different countries and all these different leagues. There's secondary leagues, so there's a lot of licenses and whatever that have to be organized. And I don't think it comes from FIFA top down. I'm sure there's some stuff that they own. They obviously own the World Cup and all of that. So that kind of branding or whatever, that kind of all goes by the wayside. I don't think you would get that anymore, right? Is that enough of a draw to spend $250 million every year on the license? And I don't know.
I say yes. I say yes.
You think it is?
This is more of a question for you because you play these games, with your brother.
Yeah.
But I think, I just think the brand name of FIFA really makes a lot, just like Madden, right? John Madden. I mean, nobody remembers John Madden. John Madden was drafted by the Eagles in 1958.
There
John
you go.
Madden won a Super Bowl in 1978 as a coach with the Raiders. And then he became an announcer in the 80s. And nobody remembers he played football. Nobody remembers he coached football.
Right.
He's just the voice of football, right? John Madden is almost 90 right now. And he's still alive, right? That's why his likeness isn't being used because it doesn't matter. It's just Madden is synonymous with football.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I think from a brand standpoint, you play with you buy FIFA. You've told the story on the show a million times. You buy FIFA for your brother every year so you guys can play.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
The OG beta machine Xbox.
That's right.
And you upgrade him if he needs to be upgraded so you guys can continue to play FIFA games. Mm-hmm. When's the last time you and him played, Pro Evolution Soccer?
Never. Well,
there you go.
Yeah, but it's not for the FIFA license. It's just that because it's the whole entire package of what it offers, and the argument I'm making is that what does FIFA bring to the table? Yeah, it's nice to.
Will they have the whole entire package with EA? Soccer League, Premier Soccer League, 2022. Right?
That's the thing. I'm not 100.
Commentators that you think are phenomenal on there.
Well, I don't know if they're a part of FIFA or whatever, but yeah, the two English blokes who do the commentary for the last 7-8 years is amazing. And if they are part of that package, then I would be very upset because they're very good, and their commentary is on point, and the AI surrounding what they say and how they put it together is just amazing. Like they do a really good job.
If they're not a part of it, that would be pants. That would be pants if they're not a part of it.
What is pants?
Oh, you're not up on your British slang, my friend?
I'm not.
Pants. Because they call like jeans and stuff trousers.
That's right.
But the word pants is a slang for this sucks or something along the lines.
It would be pants times a million. Yes, it would be supreme.
Yes, pants. There you go. I mean, actually, funny enough, as a side note, I love my side notes. I've been meaning to bring that joke up to you for like the last 6 months, and I keep forgetting every time we play the show.
That's funny. Okay, yeah, that would 100% be pants. Yep.
That's pants. Yep. That's pants. That sucks. It's so weird to say it.
Yeah, it's pants, baby. Listen,
that's pants, baby. That sucks.
Listen. The next time you're riding a lift, right, and you're and you're talking to your bloke, right, and you start talking about Chelsea or Man City, you can say, hey, EA losing the FIFA license is totally pants.
Well, I just want to say, after the show, I got to take out my rubbish to the corner.
There you go. Well, you have to go and put it in the boot of the car so you can take it down to the landfill.
So yeah. I do love my tea. I will say that I do have tea time. People sometimes think I'm British.